So, Evelyn's take is this. Getting upset because you went against a hacker is justified because it's genuinely not fun. Well, let me ask you this. What if you're a killer and you go up against a sweaty, toxic Swift that just gen rushes you in about 3.5 minutes? They beat you in all the chases. They loop you. They teabag you. They teabag you at the gate. And all four of them escape. None of them were cheating, right? They were just cracked at the game and they were a swift, very coordinated. Let's say they were a comp team. Super coordinated, calling out clock positions like, oh, killer's at 1:30 headed towards blah, 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 right? And so you had no chance. You just ended up going against this comp team that was really sweaty. But at the same time, they were toxic. They're like hitting you with the pallets. They're sabotaging the hooks. They're body blocking, flashlight blinding. Like you can't even get someone on a hook. And then in the end, they teabag you at the gate, all of them. And then when that's all done, in the end game chat, they mock you and say, oh, baby killer, GG easy, get good, uninstall, all that stuff, right? So needless to say, you probably didn't have fun that match, right? So does that mean that getting upset would be justified because it was genuinely not a fun match, right? Or how about this? Maybe you're the survivor and you are playing solo queue. Let's turn that off. And you have this sweaty killer who's just tunneling after you, slugging you, BMing you while you're on the ground, hitting you on the hook for no reason at all. And then you have really bad teammates who are like selfish and not saving you and letting you die and just leaving you on hook. And it's just a terrible match that you don't have fun in at all. It's genuinely not fun. Or the survivors team up with the killer and all point you out, and then the killer is only tunneling after you, and the other survivors are mocking you, and when you get slugged, they're teabagging on top of you and pointing at you, and then, you know, little by little, they just torment you and drag it out, and then when they're going to unhook you, they're just faking the unhook and trolling you on the hook, like going to unhook you, but then not unhooking you, then going to, and you just have a genuinely unfun match. Would your anger be justified then? No hacks whatsoever. Just a bad experience. Just toxic players all around. Would your anger then be justified? Hey, I'm just giving examples. That has nothing to do with a grudge on the game. I'm just giving examples of when we can justify our anger. We justify our anger when we're not having fun, right? Isn't that the little childish mentality of the people that say such a thing? Is like, I'm not having fun, and the game is all about my fun. And if I'm not having fun, then I'm justified in my anger. Because I need to be having fun, and you need to make sure that I'm having fun. And if you're the killer, you must abide by my little crybaby entitled Imaginary Survivor rulebook, and you're not allowed to do anything that I don't find fun. Because if you ruin my fun, then I'm gonna get mad, and I'm justified in my anger, because it's all about me, 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 me. Isn't that the case? Just trying to make a point. Just trying to make a point. It's not a straw man argument. It's literally a question. You're dodging the question. It's not a straw man argument. It's a complete legit question based on your logic and your reasoning. Your reasoning is, if the game isn't fun for you, your anger is justified. And that's, I just think that's like immature. Because for me, I know whether I'm playing legit or whether I'm playing like this. The fun that I have is not determined by what the other person does. The fun that I have is determined by what I do, and that I've determined that I'm going to have fun. I say I'm playing this because I'm going to have fun, and no matter what the outcome is, I'm going to have fun. But for you to be weak and say someone else can control your fun or ruin your fun, it just makes you weak. Like, you're not in control of your own emotions and your own, like, you're powerless. A killer can tunnel you and now you don't have fun and you're mad. Survivors can teabag you and now you don't have fun, so you're mad. Like, you know, get beyond it. Get over yourself. Do you really think that in every game of Dead by Daylight, everyone's gonna have fun? Do you really think that? Let me ask you, in all your games that there are no cheaters involved, does everyone have fun? No, what happens is generally the people who lose didn't have fun, and the person who won had fun. If you get a 4-man escape, oh, that was so much fun on the survivor side. Was it fun for the killer? Not so much. Oh, but if you're the killer and you get a 4K, oh, that was fun. Good game. I really enjoyed that. Was it so much fun for the survivors? Not really. More about playing fair than being fun? Well, okay. I've been using these hacks for 3 weeks now, right? Which means that almost 5,000 of my hours were legit. And I've heard just as much crying and complaining, just as much people saying things weren't unfair, things were unfair, weren't fair, or they were unfun. They didn't like the way I played. If I was the killer and I put a lot of pressure by holding down a 3-gen or proxying an area or having to slug to apply pressure, they didn't like that. It wasn't fair. They didn't like the way I played. I was a trash killer. I didn't play by their rules. So it's no different. It's the same thing. I heard just the same amount of crybabies whining that the game didn't go their way, even when I wasn't doing any of this. And really, it just comes down to their personality. They're just crybabies who cry when things don't go their way. They're spoiled little brats. I mean, is it fair to be cheating? Obviously not. That's why it's called cheating. You're creating an unfair advantage. You know, would it get old if I was playing DVD and every single game that I went into there was a cheater? Yeah, it would get old if I was trying to play legit. But do you think that Chucky that was crying in the previous game is, you know, assuming he went on to his next game and didn't just, you know, continue his temper tantrum? Assuming he went on to his next game, do you think he got another hacker? Highly unlikely. He's probably 4K right now, chuckling to himself. Ha 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 ha. What a fun game this is. I'm killing everyone. This is what it's supposed to be like. This is how every game's supposed to be, because I'm winning. Can't wait till you go back to playing normal where you're good at the game to waste cheating. You're too good at the game to waste cheating. Well, unfortunately, when this week is over, I just let someone die. When this week is over and I do play legit, the views are just gonna plummet. I think. Like, I'll be lucky if there's 20, 30 people that stick around, because, and it's not because I'm so bad that it's not entertaining, it's just that this gameplay generates so much more interaction. Because if you think about it, an interaction happening like in the chat with all the conversation, it boosts the algorithm to feed it to more people, and it constantly feeds it to people. So TikTok says like, oh, people are talking in this chat, right? So when you're playing the game legit, you might have lurkers that are just watching and enjoying it, but they're not saying a whole lot. But when you do this, you have people arguing the entire time, back and forth. Oh, imagine being so bad that you have to cheat. And then somebody responds like, what's the big deal? Why are you taking the game so serious? And then they respond, because it's not fair. It takes away my fun. And then the other person's like, but like, how often do you get a cheater? It doesn't matter how often. It's the point that counts. It's just not fair. They're ruining the game for everyone. Well, they're not ruining the game for everyone, because like at least 4 of them were having fun, and that's definitely not everyone. But it just goes on and on, the chatting. And so it boosts the algorithm, and more people come in and watch, and more people sit here and fight, and people like to fight. And so you get what I'm saying? When I go back to playing legit, it's just going to be like, oh, he's torturing all the survivors with nurse again. Cool. Let's just lurk in here and fall asleep to his boring narration. So that's why you see streams like Mia Khalifa. There's always 100 people or more in there, and his channel is gaining a whole bunch of followers, and there's constant chatting in there. And I would imagine it's because he's raging pretty hard. He's doing things that I'm not even doing, like he's infinite pallet stunning the killers and head-onning them, and just really, really bullying them hardcore. And apparently there's a pretty big audience for that, and people enjoy it. Whereas all I'm trying to do is be a superhero and save my poor potatoes over here that can't stay on their feet. See, I gotta save Cheryl by making her wiggle out, give her the DS. So the hacks play auto haven during the daytime. There's a possibility. Is this auto haven? Yeah. So I have these. So now it's more greenish. Yeah, the straight bully hackers definitely didn't get attention as kids. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody's reason for doing it. I could sit here and give you a list of my reasons for doing it, and if you don't take the game that serious, then those reasons will be enough. But if you take the game super serious, then no reasons will be enough. You know, I could say, well, I'm being paid $10,000 a stream to be doing this. It's not true, but suppose I was. It still wouldn't be enough reason for somebody who doesn't want it to be. Like, somebody who is against it is going to say, well, it's still not fair. I don't care that you're getting $10,000 a stream. You're still ruining the game for everybody. So it wouldn't be enough for them. So nothing's going to change their mind about it. You can't reason with unreasonable... you can't reason with unreasonable people. You know? You can't speak logic to people who are illogical. You want... Wait, I missed that. Oh, they quit. Or maybe I'm banned. That might have been a ban. For the viewers without having to put in the work in, that's how streaming works. Well, that's why there are shortcuts. That's why there are things that people do that are different. Yeah, I'm banned. There you go. I knew that was coming. Alright, well that gives me a reason to end the stream. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to Disney World. I don't want to, but I'm being dragged there by family. And I agreed. So probably won't be a stream tomorrow. Wait. Tomorrow I'm not going to Disney. I'm going Thursday. Today was... Maybe there will be a stream tomorrow. Wednesday. Yeah, we'll probably stream tomorrow. Not Thursday. Anyway, I'm kind of glad that happened because I wanted that over with. And I wanted a reason to end the stream. So you have been banned. Reason. What was the reason? I missed what that said.